Good morning, viewers. Welcome to Global Entertainment News Breakfast Show, your daily dose of news and updates. I am your host, Bella, and joining me on the studio today is Tim. We'll be taking today's top three from Punch and Vanguard newspaper, and today's top three from Punch. Institute promises to address building collapse, promises affordable housing. The Director General of the Nigerian Building and Road Research Institute, Samson Dora, has promised to reduce the number of building collapses in Nigeria and provide accessible, affordable housing. Duma made this known during a Thanksgiving church service to celebrate his reappointment as NBRRI DG by President Bola Tinubu held at Ekwa Central Area, Abuja on Sunday. The news agency of the Nigerian recorded that Duna was first appointed as the DG of the institute in 2020 and reappointed in November 2024 for another 4 years.
That's a good one. Because but I pray they take it into action. In promising, we should do it. It's not for you to just say it alone. We don't need any propaganda.
Well, I think there is already propaganda here because he's already making these promises in a church, not actually as if that he wants to do, because it feels like he was being appointed for the second time, so he feels like he can use that to boost the confidence of the citizens so that they can give trust in him, because this is not something to give to go into church and start announcing it. You have to put it into action immediately. If you are being appointed for the second time for another 4 years, you don't have to go into church because you are giving a Thanksgiving service that you are going to make housing affordable for people. That is a false hope on my own side. You are giving them a false hope while you are enjoying your reappointment again.
Let's see what you can do now. Maybe he has been appointed already. You still have more 4 years to go. Let's see what you can do.
Exactly. Let's move on. Dismembered girlfriend died from asthma. Kwara killer clerk. An Islamic cleric, Mohammed Bello, who was arrested in the Ilori area of Kwara State for allegedly killing and dismembering the body of a lady, Hafsa Lawal, whom he met via Facebook, has alleged that the lady died of asthma. The 29-year-old suspect, in an interrogation video obtained by our correspondent on Sunday, disclosed that he dismembered the body in a bid to cancel the victim's death.
I don't know where this word is turning into. But this also was this guy's girlfriend, and like the way
It
I
was
heard
a meeting via
via
Facebook.
WhatsApp,
Yeah.
like the way I heard it, they were like, this girl was in one naming ceremony, and all of a sudden she received a call that she should come and meet him in one particular place, and from there, that's the end.
Yeah, social media relationship were sometimes positive and negative,
But
but
the
at the
negative
same
is
time,
just too much.
we needed to be conscious of those that we are being moving with. It's not everybody that you met on social media on the first time that is going to ask you, come and visit me, and then you be in a rush to go and visit
But they've been dating for 2 years.
on social media.
Yeah, they've been dating for 2 years. So, there's no way she would trust him. Someone that you've been dating for 2 years, we say, okay, you don't want to trust him. What if it leads to marriage?
They are not even saying that it should not lead to marriage, but this time around, everyone needs to be
just be
cautious
cautious.
of
Exactly.
their environment and who they talk to. Let's move on. Ensure fairness in deporting Nigeria, federal government tells US. The federal government has raised concern over the deportation of its national from the United States calling on Washington to uphold international convention for a dignified perpetual process. On his first day in the office as the 47th President of the United States, Donald Trump signed several executive orders aimed at tightening immigration policy. This includes ending birthright citizenship for children of undocumented immigrants and declaring a national emergency at the US-Mexico border. I know I know that the Donald Trump is trying to put his country in a better position that I'm thinking about now. And at the same time, I don't think that the federal government can actually want it to use the word of a pardon, or how will I say it, for the US president to temper with fairness while deporting, because this thing is all countries that is already an immigrant, an illegal immigrant in that of United States. So you trying to tell him is as if that you are trying to tell him, please don't deport my people. They left their home because there was no good agricultural, good economic in my country. Allow them to at least enjoy the life of how would I say, the greener pasture in the United States, and leave them alone. Don't deport them. Use fairness so that they can still return some other time. If they are staying illegally, I think that the president has the right to take out the order from
Yes,
whoever
he
that is.
has the right to take it out, but people that went there, yes, accepted, they went there illegally, but you should just temper justice with mercy.
How?
No, it's because if he send them back now, a lot of people will be affected.
I mean, he knows that already.
And
And his country is being affected as well, so he wanted to do what is right.
a lot of people will be affected. Do you understand? So you should just temper justice with mercy. You should power them, if not everybody.
Yeah, I don't think that is a good idea. This is a political we are dealing with here, and then it's not something that you're going to expect a U.S. president that should temper justice with mercy with the illegal immigrants in his country that is already populating everywhere. Even if he's going to, you have to tell the people that are illegally staying in his country that they should do what is rightful. Maybe they are going to return, try to work out with their passports and the citizenship
Mm.
there so that they can stay in the illegal way, but not the illegal way. Okay, so if you're saying that that means that you are trying to find pity from him, and that is not going to be possible. Let's move on. Military busts 25 illegal refineries, arrest strip oil theft. The 6th Divisional Nigerian Army has intensified its fight against oil theft, deactivating 25 illegal refinery, arresting 12 suspected oil thieves, and recovering 95,000 liters of stolen crude oil for across 4 states in Niger Delta. Additionally, Trump destroyed 18 boats used for illicit operation and seized other refined equipment in a series of raid conducts between February 10 and 16, 2025, in collaboration with the sister security agency.
Yeah, it's a plus one to them. Was
Really?
really trying 25 illegal refineries and arrested 12 suspected oil thieves. The plus one to them. Kudos to them.
If I'm still going to try to make that, it's going to be like you are not trying to be on the positive side. I feel like all those military that are trying to say that they are busting or they are seizing crude oil, or they are arresting people that are into oil thief, is something that we needed to find out. This has been going on for a long time, and then we haven't heard of the names and the people behind this stolen crude oil. And which is, I feel like if anybody is caught of a crime, should be shown to the public that this is who is behind the crime, not by covering it up by the arrested 12 people for oil thief and then their name and the pictures in the innovation. This oil thief is not just among a mere citizen. If someone is wanting to go into oil thief, he knows the right hand. He's already working with the government, which I feel like those military are covering up for them,
Mm-hmm.
and they are not ready to show that. So telling us that they arrested something is just like a fly by the ear. Just here, oh, we have arrested this, but don't worry about the name. The military will take care of them. No. Tell us the name, let's see the picture. Bring them to justice, then we know that there is justice has been served to those that go into the illegal way. Let's move on. Telecom tariff hike. Federal government deploys security agency as NLC insists on protest. The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps on Sunday warned the Nigerian Labour Congress against its planned March 1st shutdown of telecommunication service in response to the recent 50% tariff hike. The Private Telecommunication and the Communication Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Association of Telecommunication Companies of Nigeria similarly pushed back against the NLC's planned boycott of telecom service and shutdown of telecom infrastructure, arguing that such actions are misguided and could harm the industry. Our government will never cease to amaze us in a way. We are already crying for things that we are saying that is really not saving us, is not helping us. And then they feels like if the NLC, the Labour Congress comes out to protest, they feels like there's already going to be the protest is going to lead to a destruction, and then it's not going to favor anybody. Who is this tariff hike favoring right now? If they would be sending let me say agency, a security agents to that place that they should go, that means they are already causing a destruction.
Because anything can happen there.
Those people are trying to protest for their rights. It's not for you to send the security agency to make them scare them off for them not to say anything against whatever is happening in the country.
The protest is a peaceful protest. Accepted. It will be a peaceful. Let's hope it will be a peaceful protest.
It
but
will be a peaceful
them sending
protest.
a security agency there, that means they have a plan already. They have a plan already. So don't be shocked if anything happen on that day.
Our government is like how will I even say it? They were never for us but always against us in whatever we think was the right things for us to do. They always feels like there's a way for them to use the security agency to shut us down. Let's move on to the top story from Vanguard today. Increased kidnapping. Transporter adopt Sole method as low patronage hits interstate travels. There are indications that kidnapping will increase as interstate transport in companies, which are now faced with low passenger patronage, adopt the Sole method to cover the cost of operation. Sole is a slang in Yoruba language that describes a routine where commercial drivers pick up passengers along the roadside instead of loading from the park. Feels like there's this thing of a solid thing. Is also another risk as well. Yes, we know that there is a very high increase in the kidnapping in the states right now, and I feels like the government need to do something about this. And then people that are already standing by the roadside that they wanted to make take the easier routine by adopting into Sole is very, very dangerous as well. Because if those people that are kidnapping already finds out, there is a very tendency that they also will wanted to bring out their bosses out and start doing the same so that it can be easy for them. It's best for you all to be at the park so that your family will know how to start from a search. If you stand by the roadside and then you wanted to take a easier routine, you might fall into the hands of what you are running away from, and that is what we don't. Because if you fall into the hands of your family, will not know the name of the park that they needed to start from. The park manager won't know anything about what happened. So it's best that we should still stick to the rules and still go to the bus park, the transportation park, and then pick our various park, because there you fill in your identity and all that, so that if anything happens, they can communicate. We are not praying for bad things to happen, but at the same time, we need to make sure that we adopt to the rightful way.
Yeah, my advice to we the citizen, or let me say the Nigeria, is that we should just leave the Sole of the thing. We should anything we want, any transportation, anywhere we want to go, we should go through the right routine. because this sort of a thing is very risky. All this pick and drop is very very risky. You will think you are going there, they are going to your own destination, and whereas they are going to another place, and who will you call to? Who will you call upon? Nobody. But once if it is this park that you went to, they will collect your name, they will collect where you are going to, where you are dropping, your phone number, next
Your
of
family.
kin,
Yeah,
phone number, you understand? But this one, who do they want to call if anything happens?
exactly. That is what I'm
Nobody.
trying to say. Wow, let's move on. State of the nations. How politician weaponization of poverty hurts Nigeria. Archbishop Ugoji. The Archbishop Lucius Iwejuru Ugoji is a Nigerian prolate of the Catholic Church who served as the Archbishop of the Latin Church Archdiocese of Warri, Imo State. Lucis Iwejuru Ugoji was ordained a priest on April 16, 1977. On April 2, 1919, Pope John Paul XI appointed him Bishop of Umuahia. The Apostolic Mauritius in Nigeria, Archbishop Paul Ford Tablet concreted him bishop on the July 1st of the same year in Umuahia Cathedral concentrated where the Bishop of Akwa, Albert Kaneni Obefuna, and the Bishop Emeritus of the Umuahia, Anthony Gogo Nwedo. Bishop Francis additionally appointed him apostolic administrator of the Deaconess of Ahira on February 19, 2018. Well, talking about that, he has come a long way in the priesthood. Let me just put it like that. And then saying that the politician weaponizing poverty to hurt Nigeria, he's right about it. His journey in the priesthood he has been well noted about it. And what I'm going to say is that yes, the politicians are already hurting the citizen in a very big way, and he coming out is for us to understand that they also are witnessing what is happening, because a man at his age that is already acknowledging this thing. It's just we just have to know that it's not just the young ones that are seeing
Mm-hmm.
that what this
Everybody is
politician
yes.
is, everybody is included. So I feel like our politicians should now pay attention to us and provide for us what we needed, because the poverty in Nigeria right now is a lot for us. It's so much to the point that most people can't even afford their daily meal anymore. Instead of them flying on a private jet, going traveling up and down, going on vacation, sending their children, they should at least give us 50%. Do the needful with our tax payment. Do the needful for us so that we too we can enjoy life.
They won't do it. The next thing will be hearing is they went to go and borrow loan. They went to go and borrow loan. Like, we are really suffering in Nigeria, sincerely speaking. And they are there enjoying their children. They are not here with us. If you say their children are here now, experiencing what we all are going through, at least they will be complaining, they will be giving them feedback of what we Nigerians are going through. But no, so far they are not even feeling what we all are feeling. So how do they want to know anything?
Paying a whole lot of money for their children academically in the United States is something that we don't even know where to start from, and we don't even know how we are going to end it, because the poverty in Nigeria is
Something else.
on the peak, is something else. Let's move on. Police inspector found dead in hotel. The lifeless body of a police inspector identified as Haruna Mohammed was discovered in a hotel room at Anthony Uzumu Estate, Oyeyemi Akute, in Ifo local government area of Ogun State. It was gathered that the inspector, who was attached to the Isashi Police Division in Lagos State, has arrived at the Super G Royal Hotel in Anthony Ezumo Estate, Oyeyemi Akute, with a woman at about 1 a.m. on Saturday. The hotel management, Deborah Adejobi, reportedly found the room unlocked at around 8:52 a.m., where she checked inside and she discovered the officer's lifeless body while the woman was nowhere to be found. That is a tragedy. It's very very sad. It's a sad one, but at the same time, the woman in question is nowhere to be found. Maybe on the process of whatever they got there to do, and then an attack, a rising attack, or whatever happened to the man, and then he just relax that she just find out that the man is dead. She don't wanted to answer for a call that she did not have hands in. If I told the hotel management go into the hotel and then find out that there was a blood stain or something like that, I don't think there was a blood stain because it was just shown that it was lifeless.
So me, I,
No,
so me, I felt an autopsy should be done so that they will know what exactly killed the man. So far, the lady that the man went in to the hotel with is nowhere to be found. So let an autopsy should be done.
I know the lady was scared for
Yeah,
trying to turn herself
apart
in.
from that, they might say she's the one that killed him.
Yeah,
There is no proof, there is no evidence. So she had to run for her life. And I'm not saying that what she did was good enough, but at least, when there is no proof and evidence, how did she want to clear herself?
that is why they should. Well, what you says is right. Is if she could have turned herself in and then
They would have
escaped.
arrested her immediately.
Yes, I know they are going to arrest her, but when the results come out of the autopsy, they're going to release her.
Or do you think after if they arrest the lady, they'll perform an autopsy, except if the family asks for it? They might
Well,
just bury it like that.
my condolences to the family of the deceased. Let's move on. Federal government will engage 28,000 Nigerian health worker on USAID payroll. The coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Ali Pate, says weekend the federal government was planning to engage 28,000 health workers previously being paid by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Speaking in an interview on Channels TV, Pate said the government was ready to take ownership of the country's healthcare sector amidst the change in policy of the United States government. That the USA we are talking about is what is actually happening in the United States right now. I learned that Elion was actually under, let me say, is propping out the misuse and the wasteful spending in this USA that we are talking about, and which has led to on several money mismanagement in the United States. They're cutting out some of the country that they feels like they can stand on their own already. I feels like Nigeria is still lagging behind as well, but it has come in a long way that Nigeria has gained benefit in the USA than right now when Trump wanted to cut it out and then investigate where those money is
I'm
going
going
to.
to.
It finds out that it's going in a wrong direction. So cutting it out, Nigeria needed to stand up now, and then we have to own to our own health
Yeah.
sector and all that, because many people have actually benefited from this thing. All the NGOs across and all that has benefited, but at the end it was sought to some wastefulness in it. Imagine being paid out of this money to Boko Haram, terrorists, and all that
Just for fun.
just for fun. So you can imagine how unsatisfied it's
Yeah.
going to be. If you are a leader and then you come across that the money that's supposed to be of good use to the people that you think, and then it's not in a good use, you wanted to end it, right?
Yeah.
So that is what. So I'm going to speak to Nigerian right now. Our government is entirely that we should start building up health sector, educational sector, let me say agricultural sector, so that we can stand on our own. We are lacking behind so much. We are lacking behind when it comes to transportation, education, health,
Security,
and everything. We are lacking
light,
behind.
electricity, light.
We can't keep on depending on the USA that we expect them to come and be our safeguard tomorrow that is going to pick us up.
All the money they are even contributing and all. Where are they putting it? What are they using it to do? Now that they want to remove us from USAID, now they feel that okay, they can't. If to say since then that they've been doing it and the money they are putting it into useful something,
we wouldn't have known that this money was actually being, because it's not just Nigeria that is benefiting from this USAID. All over the African country are benefiting from it, but some are
But
going
what
into
has
the
Nigeria
illegal.
come out to say that
They
okay,
won't say
this
it out.
USAID that of a thing I've actually gained from it. This is what we use it to do. This is how
They
we
won't come
spent
out
the
to say,
money.
because not everybody actually know that there is something like USAID. It exists. It was
Imagine,
recent that Donald Trump,
imagine.
that we now find out that there was actually something like that, and then it was going into the wrong direction.
Mm. Nigeria, my country.
Our government needed to step up and then do the needful for us, because we are lacking a lot. And we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you for joining us. I've been your host, Bella. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you tomorrow, same station, same time. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.